Do you see this as being a battle of attrition? There's only so long that Iran can, for example, go with ballistic missiles. There's only so long that the US and Israel and the other states can intercept these incoming missiles. They'll run out of interceptor missiles. Do you therefore believe that the active phase of military fighting might end in a matter of days, if not just a handful of weeks?
My instinct is that the intensity of this fight will inevitably diminish because plainly the Iranians are running out of missiles. Between them, the Americans and the Israelis appear to have thought this through extremely carefully. Already the intensity of Iranian attacks has dropped off markedly, just as the intensity of Israeli and American attacks has gone up. And to the credit of the Americans and the Israelis, the attacks have been exclusively on regime facilities. Iran's
other than that school, of course.
Well,
horrific.
Which may have been, as it were, masking an IRGC operation in the same way that Hamas have used schools and hospitals to protect their military sites. But plainly, the Americans and the Israelis have been careful to leave Iran's economic and social infrastructure in place.
As I understand it, the IRGC facility was a bit away from the school. I mean, there was a perimeter, and they essentially hit both sides of the perimeter, perhaps not knowing that there was a school. But it is tragic when,
look, of course,
I mean, it's
absolutely
the most vulnerable
right.
people are.
To give the Israelis their due, they have done more than almost any other military operation to try to minimise civilian casualties. When you think of their operations in Gaza, albeit involving high casualties, they have done their best to try to ensure that civilians have been warned and have had the chance to leave. If you compare that with, for argument's sake, the Royal Air Force's bombing campaign against Germany, which literally flattened city after city, there was, by the end of the Second World War, very little, if any, pretense. They were only targeting factories, railway yards, etc. It was carpet bombing.
Right.
And so let's not be too moralistic here. And let's also remember what the Iranian regime has done just a few weeks ago, slaughtered tens of thousands of its own people absolutely in cold blood.